Why don't you geoengineer like last season to bring rain down on the wild in California? You know how to do it.
Ah, Texas, the land of cowboys, brisket, and apparently selective disaster amnesia. Enter Senator Tommy Tuberville, who, with the audacity of someone who thinks FEMA stands for Fix Everyone But Me agency, had the nerve to question why anyone should help California. You know, California, the state currently trying to rebuild after wildfires, while Tuberville's own backyard was getting FEMA-fortified to the tune of nearly $1 billion in aid. Let's rewind to Hurricane Beryl. FEMA descended on Texas like Oprah handing out assistance. You get disaster relief. You get hotel stays. Everyone gets disaster loans. Nearly 700,000 Texans received disaster assistance and over $844 million poured into the state. Meanwhile, FEMA specialists practically moved into Texas, visiting over 95,000 homes. The 33 disaster recovery centers were busier than a Texas BBQ joint on a Saturday night. Yet here's Tuberville, whining about California like a neighbor who forgot they borrowed your lawnmower and broke it. The double-standard stated Texas politicians seem to have a love-hate relationship with FEMA. They love it when they need help: floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, but when it's California, suddenly it's all about bootstraps and self-reliance. Never mind that Texas gets hit so often that FEMA might as well have an office with cowboy boots at HQ. Selective memory. Tommy's big question: why should taxpayers in Alabama and Texas keep bailing out Democrat-led states? Well, Tommy, maybe because if disaster aid were a scoreboard, Texas would lead by a landslide, and that is without mentioning how many times Texas hit the FEMA jackpot because their aging power grid can't handle winter or summer. The satirical suggestion: let's hold a disaster aid draft. Every time Texas politicians beg FEMA for another bailout, California should get to pick their top FEMA representative. Picture it. With the first pick in the disaster relief draft, California selects the FEMA official who handed Texas $450 million after Beryl. The truth: disasters don't check party affiliation before they strike. But the irony of Tuberville standing in front of Texans who benefited from FEMA aid while roasting California is rich enough to grill. Maybe someone should remind him that disasters and hypocrisy know no state lines. Until then, perhaps Texas politicians can refrain from finger-pointing until they unplug their FEMA-funded chargers and send back the disaster relief checks they love cashing. Moral of the story: if you live in a glass house or FEMA hotel, maybe don't throw stones.